Listen. Listen closely to the silence, beneath the noise. Within that quiet, within the very fabric of your consciousness, a war is being waged, not with swords or guns, but with something infinitely more potent. Thoughts, beliefs, the silent, relentless programming running in the background of your mind. This isn't philosophy. This is the operating system of your existence. The code that dictates every outcome, every reaction, every perceived limitation, every hard-fought victory. Right now, your reality is not happening to you. It is being generated by you, by the ancient, often unchallenged instructions etched into your mental mainframe. These beliefs, they are not passive observers. They are the architects, the engineers, the silent commanders issuing orders to your nervous system, your decisions, your very perception of what is possible. They filter your vision. They sabotage your courage before it even ignites. They whisper lies of inadequacy disguised as comfort. Or they can be the bedrock upon which empires of achievement are built. The choice, the command, lies not with fate, not with circumstance, not with the opinions of the multitude. It lies with you, right here, right now. Will you remain a passive user, bound by outdated, limiting code? Or will you seize the terminal? Will you step into the command post of your own mind and command your beliefs? Rewrite your reality's code? This is not self-help. This is self-mastery. This is the fundamental law of human achievement, as undeniable as gravity, articulated by the giants. Hill, Carnegie, Edison, but waiting, demanding, to be executed by you. Look at the world around you, the towering achievements, the devastating failures. What separates them? It is not merely talent, nor solely opportunity. It is the internal landscape. It is the belief system running the show. Henry Ford didn't see an impossible engine. He saw a challenge his belief in ingenuity would overcome, declaring, "Whether you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right." Simple words? No. Profound. Operational code. Edison didn't experience 10,000 failures. He discovered 10,000 ways his current belief about the filament wasn't sufficient, requiring him to rewrite his own expectation, his own definition of progress, until the light ignited. His belief in the ultimate solution wasn't shaken. It was forged in the crucible of apparent defeat. Your mind is not a neutral vessel. It is a fertile field. Plant the seed of doubt, water it with fear, and you reap a harvest of stagnation. Plant the seed of unwavering conviction. Nurture it with disciplined thought, and you cultivate empires. Empires of wealth, empires of influence, empires of profound personal fulfillment. But this field is constantly bombarded. The weeds of societal conditioning, the harsh weather of past disappointments, the pests of naysayers. They seek to choke your chosen crop. Autosuggestion, as Hill termed it, isn't positive thinking. It is strategic programming. It is the deliberate, relentless rewriting of the internal script. It is replacing "I might" with "I will." Replacing "it's too hard" with "I am hard enough." Replacing "they won't let me" with "I command my path." This isn't naive optimism. This is the cold, hard engineering of expectation. You are the coder. Every thought is a line of instruction. What program are you running? Is it the program of limitation, passed down, absorbed by osmosis? Or is it the program of boundless potential, meticulously crafted by your own conscious command? The first command is brutal honesty. Interrogate your existing code. Shine the harsh light of awareness into the dusty corners of your assumptions. What do you truly, deep in your marrow, believe about yourself? About your capacity for wealth? About your right to success? About your ability to overcome? Be ruthless. These hidden beliefs are the root algorithms determining your output. If you believe, on some buried level, that wealth is corrupt, your subconscious will sabotage your efforts to acquire it. If you believe you are fundamentally unworthy of love, your actions will push it away, confirming the toxic code. If you believe the world is against you, you will see enemies everywhere, blind to allies. This excavation is not for the faint of heart. It requires the courage of Lincoln facing a fractured nation, not knowing the path, but believing utterly in the necessity of union. It requires looking at the raw data of your life, your recurring struggles, your unfulfilled desires, your automatic reactions, and asking, what core belief is generating this result? This is where most falter. They skim the surface. They blame external forces. They refuse the discomfort of self-confrontation. But the master coder doesn't fear the bug report. They seek it out. They understand that identifying the flawed line of code is the only path to fixing it. What virus of doubt is slowing your processing speed? What limiting subroutine, perhaps inherited from a voice-long past, is overriding your grandest ambitions? Find it, name it, drag it from the shadows into the glaring light of your conscious awareness. This act alone is revolutionary. It strips the belief of its hidden power. Now you can begin the rewrite. Clarity is not a luxury. It is the essential compiler for your new code. Vague desires produce vague, fractured results. Fuzzy goals are like corrupted files. They crash the system. Napoleon Hill didn't stumble upon success. He defined it with laser precision. Carnegie didn't build an empire by wishing for more steel. He envisioned specific markets, specific processes, specific scales of operation. You must become an architect of your future state. See it, not as a distant dream, but as an imminent reality, waiting for your conscious command to manifest. What does your commanded reality look like? Down to the finest detail. Feel the texture of it. Hear the sounds within it. Sense the emotions coursing through you as you inhabit it. Walt Disney didn't just sketch a mouse. He saw the entire animated world, the theme parks, the feeling of wonder he would evoke, long before a single brick was laid. He held the completed vision in his mind's eye with such intensity that it became an irresistible magnetic force, pulling resources, talent, and opportunity towards it. This is not fantasy. This is blueprinting. Your mind needs the detailed schematics. I want to be rich is weak code. I command a net worth of specific figure, generated through specific value-providing activity by specific date, enabling me to experience specific freedoms, contributions, luxuries. That is executable code. Define your purpose with equal ferocity. Why must this happen? What fire burns within you that this achievement will fuel? A purposeless vision is a ship without a rudder, tossed by every wave of doubt. A crystal-clear purpose, like Lincoln's drive to preserve the Union, becomes the unshakable core, the why that empowers you to endure any how. Your vision is the destination. Your purpose is the engine. Without both, precisely defined and held with burning intensity, your new code lacks the power to override the old, entrenched systems. Command the vision. Command the purpose. Burn them into your consciousness until they are more real than the chair you sit on. Vision without execution is hallucination. Purpose without disciplined action is self-delusion. The most powerful code remains inert without the relentless processor of daily discipline. This is the bridge between the ethereal realm of belief and the concrete world of result. Edison's belief in the light bulb meant nothing without the grueling, disciplined experimentation, day after failed day. Carnegie's vision of industrial dominance was forged in the relentless, disciplined focus on efficiency and scale. Discipline is not punishment. It is the ultimate act of self-command. It is the conscious override of the primal brain's craving for comfort, distraction, and the easy path. It is saying, I will when every fiber screams, I can't. It is the daily act of rewriting the old, lazy code with the new, empowered instructions. This is where the battlefield becomes most visceral. The old beliefs, the doubts, the fears, the ingrained habits of procrastination will rally. They will whisper seductive lies. Tomorrow. Just this once. It's too hard. Who are you kidding? This is the critical moment. This is where you command your focus. You deploy the weapon of autosuggestion with ruthless consistency. I am disciplined. I follow through. I am the master of my actions. You structure your environment, your own personal fortress, to minimize distractions and maximize focus. You protect your most vital resource, your attention. Guard it like Carnegie guarded his proprietary steel formulas. Channel it like Ford channeled resources into the assembly line. Discipline is the daily reaffirmation of your new belief system. Every time you choose the focused work over the distraction, the healthy choice over the destructive one, the courageous step over the safe retreat, you are compiling your new code. You are reinforcing the neural pathways of your commanded reality. You are proving, through action, that the old limitations are obsolete. This grind, this relentless application, is the furnace where belief is tempered into unbreakable certainty. It's not glamorous. It's essential. It's the price of admission to the reality you command. Action is the engine. It is the physical manifestation of your commanded belief. Without it, even the most brilliant code is a dead letter. Ideas are currency only when spent. Vision is power only when projected. The universe responds not to wishes, but to decisive motion. Ford didn't revolutionize transportation by believing in the car. He built it, iterated it, and flooded the market with it. Rockefeller didn't amass wealth by visualizing oil. He organized, acquired, and dominated the infrastructure with relentless action. Action is the ultimate belief validator. It sends a shockwave through the field of potential, declaring, I am serious. This is not a drill. My belief is so absolute. I am staking my time, my energy, my very being on its truth. This action cannot be hesitant, apologetic energy. It must be bold, decisive, commanded movement aligned precisely with your vision and fueled by your purpose. It is stepping onto the stage when fear says hide. It is making the pivotal call when doubt says wait. It is investing the capital when uncertainty screams caution. This is not blind recklessness. It is informed courage. It is the application of your specialized knowledge, continuously acquired, as Hill insisted, directed with unwavering focus towards your definite aim. Mastermind alliances, they are force multipliers for action. Surround yourself with those whose energy, knowledge, and belief amplify your own. But remember, the core action, the ultimate responsibility, rests with you. The commander issues the orders. You cannot delegate your belief. You cannot outsource your courage. Massive, sustained action creates its own momentum. It generates evidence that feeds back into your belief system, strengthening it, making it impervious to external noise. Each step forward, each obstacle overcome, each small victory is a line of successful code executed, proving the viability of your new program. Action silences the internal critic. Action attracts opportunity. Action builds the reality you have commanded in your mind. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Perfect is the enemy of the commanded. Initiate, execute, dominate the field of action. Let your movement be the undeniable declaration of your new reality. The path of command is never a straight line on a clear day. It is a relentless ascent through storm and rockfall. Obstacles are not signs you are wrong. They are the proving grounds for the strength of your code. Lincoln faced defeat after devastating defeat, political, military, personal. Yet his belief in the Union's preservation never wavered. His internal code was unbreakable. Edison didn't just encounter failure. He was defined by his relationship with it. "I have not failed," he stated. "I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His belief transformed failure from an endpoint into data, into fuel. This is resilience coded at the deepest level. It is the subroutine that activates when the external world screams stop. It is the refusal of the programmed mind to accept temporary defeat as permanent reality. When you hit the wall, and your commanded beliefs become your armor, your oxygen. The old code will resurface with a vengeance. "See, I told you it was impossible. You're not good enough. Give up." This is the moment of supreme command. You must override. You must access the deeper reserves. You must recall your why, your burning purpose, with such intensity that the obstacle shrinks before it. Persistence is not blind repetition. It is adaptable perseverance. It is analyzing the setback with the cold eye of a strategist. What did this teach me? How does this refine my approach? Where must I strengthen my code or adjust my tactics? Like a river encountering a boulder, you find another way. You go over, under, around, or through, but you keep moving. This resilience is forged in the fire of challenge. It tempers your belief into something unbreakable, diamond hard. Every obstacle overcome isn't just progress. It's a permanent upgrade to your operating system. It rewrites the fear response. It installs the unshakable knowing. I am the force that overcomes. Embrace the friction. It is the whetstone sharpening your command. True command is not stagnation. It is perpetual evolution. The master coder is always learning, always refining, always upgrading. The world changes. Markets shift. Knowledge expands. The beliefs and strategies that built Carnegie's empire wouldn't dominate today's digital landscape. Hill emphasized specialized knowledge, but he also emphasized the continuous acquisition of it. Ford revolutionized manufacturing, but his initial belief that the Model T was all anyone would ever need nearly destroyed his company. He had to adapt, to learn, to rewrite his own assumptions. Your mind must be a dynamic system, not a sealed vault. Cultivate insatiable curiosity. Seek knowledge not just related to your definite aim, but knowledge that expands your thinking, challenges your assumptions, and connects disparate fields. Read voraciously. Study the giants, past and present. Dissect their successes and, more importantly, their failures. Engage your mastermind, not just for support, but for the friction of diverse thought, for the challenge that forces you to refine your own code. Listen more than you speak. Ask powerful questions. Be willing to be wrong. The ego clinging to outdated beliefs is the enemy of growth. The commanded mind possesses the humility to say, "My current understanding is insufficient. Upgrade required." This learning isn't passive consumption. It is active integration. How does this new knowledge alter my blueprint? How does it enhance my strategy? How must my beliefs about what's possible evolve based on this new information? Continuous learning fuels continuous adaptation. It ensures your commanded reality isn't a static picture, but a dynamic, expanding frontier. It keeps your code optimized, efficient, and ahead of the curve. Stagnation is decay disguised as comfort. Evolution is the hallmark of command. Commit to being a perpetual student of your craft, your mindset, and the ever-unfolding potential of human achievement. Amidst the relentless drive, the disciplined action, the overcoming of obstacles, there exists a powerful force multiplier, often overlooked by the purely ambitious: gratitude. This is not passive contentment or settling. This is active appreciation as a strategic command. It is the conscious recognition and deep-feeling acknowledgement of what is working, what has been achieved, and the very capacity to strive. Why is this vital? Because gratitude operates at the frequency of abundance. It reprograms the subconscious mind from a state of lack and striving to a state of receptivity and fulfillment. Hill understood this. It aligns you with the fundamental creative force. When you command gratitude for the lessons in the failures, for the strength forged in adversity, for the resources at your disposal, however small they seem, for the simple miracle of consciousness itself, you shift your internal magnetic field. You broadcast a signal of sufficiency and openness. The old, scarcity-based code, "there's never enough, I don't deserve this," loses its grip. Think of the giants. Carnegie, in his later years, commanded his wealth towards libraries, believing in the power of knowledge for all. Rockefeller, despite controversies, channeled vast sums into medicine and education. This wasn't just philanthropy. It was an expression of gratitude scaled massively, a recognition of abundance that demanded circulation. Command daily gratitude. Feel it viscerally. Express it genuinely. Keep a ledger not just of debts, but of blessings. Thank mentors silently or aloud. Appreciate your own progress, your resilience, your capacity to learn and grow. This practice isn't soft. It's sophisticated mental alchemy. It dissolves resentment and entitlement. It attracts cooperative people and unexpected opportunities. It fuels sustained effort with joy rather than grim obligation. Gratitude is the oil that keeps the engine of ambition running smoothly, preventing the friction of resentment and burnout. It reminds you, in the thick of the fight, why the fight matters. It is the commander acknowledging the terrain, the resources, and the soldiers, internal and external, that make victory possible. Command gratitude. Feel the expansion. Watch how the universe conspires to deliver more to appreciate. The code is ready. The vision is clear. The purpose burns. Discipline is your forge. Action is your hammer. Resilience your armor. Learning your sharpening stone. Gratitude your sustaining force. Now execute. The time for contemplation, for hesitation, for allowing the old ghosts of doubt to whisper, is over. You stand at the threshold of your commanded reality. Not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready. You are ready now, because readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. It is the final line of code you input. Run program. Look at your hands. These are not the hands of a victim. These are the hands of a creator, a commander. Feel the power surging within your chest. That is not anxiety. That is the energy of creation responding to your command. See the world not as it is, but as it will be, shaped by the force of your indomitable belief. You are not here by accident. You are here by design. The struggles, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, they were not to break you. They were to make you. To forge the unbreakable will required to command your destiny. The giants walked this path before you. Lincoln through the valley of despair. Edison through the darkness of failure. Carnegie from poverty to pinnacle. Ford reshaping the very landscape of industry. They were not gods. They were men and women who dared to command their beliefs, who dared to rewrite the code. The same power that flowed through them flows through you. It is the universal current of potential awaiting conscious direction. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop accepting the default settings. Step into the command post of your mind. Seize the controls. Delete the programs of limitation. Write the code of boundless achievement. Compile it with disciplined thought. Execute it with relentless action. Override every error message with unwavering faith. This is your birthright. This is your moment. This is your command. Command your beliefs. Rewrite your reality's code. And step into the life you were designed to dominate. The world is waiting for your signal. Transmit.